Good afternoon, ladies. Today is the 16th of April, 2025, and in this class, we are going to practice saying the Bulgarian alphabet, then trying to read syllables with the vowels in the Bulgarian language, and then I'll introduce you some idiomatic expressions to do with greetings like good morning, good afternoon, good day, and I'll teach you the conjugation of the verb to be. I am, you are, he is, etc. But in Bulgarian language. These are the tasks today's class. Okay, to start with, look at can you see my screen? I'll just make it even bigger. Let's read the letters in the Bulgarian language. We did that last time. Now let's go through it together with Aisha. Your name was Aisha. So who was Fatima? Fatima and Halima. Okay, I'll write your names with Bulgarian letters. Okay, so we have Aisha. So this is the letter A. И кратко Aisha. This is how we spell sh in Bulgarian language. And then the letter A. You see, you can spell it both ways, but the printed version is this. Sha is next to you. This is Fatima. I'll write down. Fa, A, T, I, Ma, Fatima. Yeah? How is that? And your name was? The letter H. This is her. A, Li, Ma. Can you write your name in Bulgarian language on your paper? Halima. Halima. Can you write it down? Yes. And I am your teacher, Mariana. And I am Mariana. Mariana. Okay, that's it. So, can you write? Yeah, okay. Write your names first. And you'll go through the Bulgarian alphabet for Aisha because she was not with you last time. But did you teach her the letters? Did you show her the letters in Bulgarian language? No or yes? No. No. Okay. So we're going to repeat them. Okay. Let's say them again. So the first letter is in English, in Greek language, in Bulgarian, in French. It's the letter A. And it sounds like A. The same. No difference. So it's easy. This is Agne. Agne is a lamb in Bulgarian language. You can see that in the picture. Agne. Say it together. Agne. So, okay, I'll write down the words here in English as well. This is a lamb. It's obvious. Agne. Okay, a lamb. Okay. The next letter A, B, C is the letter B. We don't say B, we just say B in Bulgarian language, but this is how we spell it. Don't get it wrong with the letter V. This is a V and this is B. But also look at this way of writing the letter B. Yeah, actually you can spell it like capital B, but in some books, you'll find it. Let me see in our cards. You can write it. Okay, let's write it again. In one we are saying, let's write it again and practice writing the letters. So let's say A. Yeah, because when you say the letters and write them down, you memorize them more quickly. Then we have B. Say it together. B. Okay, so this is the one that you want to introduce us. See how I'm writing it down? It's like a circle and then goes like this. B. I'll put down in brackets the sound you hear, the letter B. B. So we say balloon, balloon, a balloon. Yeah, they're very close to Bulgarian language, to English language. So this is a balloon. Yes, say balloon, balloon. Okay, can you read this one, ladies? Fatima, vrata. This is the letter V. Yeah, in English we say V, but in Bulgarian, this is the letter V. Write it down. V. This is the V, the English V sound. V, V. So write it down, and the handwritten is this, but you can also write it like that. Capital, like the small letter. They can both be this way. V, V. In Greek language, they say alpha, beta, V. Okay. Do you have any questions? Yeah, let me just see. Yeah, I'm just showing at the same time my handwriting on whiteboard with the video recording. Okay, so say the word. What is written there? Vrata, a door. Vrata is a door. Okay. Do you wanna? Okay, so say v, v. The next one is g, like this. G. And the capital and the lower case letter are the same. And this one is the handwritten. Can you write it down so you know that this is the same sound? G. Say g, 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 g. Okay. What comes next? So can you read this one? Do you know what is this? Guma. Guma is a rubber. Rubber. Let me write it down. Guma, a rubber. It is obvious. You can see that in the, and this is a door. Vrata. Yeah, vrata. What I'm gonna do, I'm also gonna take pictures of each slide. So you can see that later as a picture lesson. You have pictures of these things. Okay, so you can listen and repeat and practice repeating after me at home. The next one is, as we said, g, d. This is like a house, standing on the basement, and we call the sound d. Say it together. D. Does it look like is it easy? You can also write like a triangle, like this. Doesn't need to be a trapeze at the top. You can write like this or this. D, A, B, V, G, D. Here I'm writing the English sound. On the left side, I'm writing the English letters. Oh, okay. Also, you may get it wrong with the sound B, because the handwritten here, it can be a circle and this one below. This is also the letter D. D. This is how we spell it. D. A, B, V, G, D. Like they. Look at the picture. We have a picture of a child. Tete. Tete, a child. Now the next one. It's obvious we have this letter in all languages around the world. The sound E. It's spelled like the letter E. Okay, E. Can you read the word for deer in English language? What is this in Bulgarian? Elen. Elen. Okay. So, Gus, I'll show you 2 or 3 different English, Bulgarian books with English interpretation, or choose which one you like the most to print out. Maybe we can print out, I don't know, 2 different textbooks, and because they offer the material in a different way. We'll see which one best suits you. Continuing, the next letter, the 7th letter in the Bulgarian language is the letter Z, like Jaba. You know Jaba, a frog, but this one is a woman in the picture. Let's spell it. Z. It's spelled like that. One in the middle line, and then you can do it like this, yeah, or maybe like this. You can do it like that. Z. And the capital is the same. Cheese, yeah. The handwritten, there is another version I want to show you so you don't get confused. It could be like that. The handwritten version, the handwritten. Should have, because this one looks like gonna be the printed version, and this is the handwritten version of the V. This must be the letter V. This A, B, V, G, D. Oh, I missed the letter E. Did you write the letter E? Did you write it? They must be following each other. The letter E, E, E. That's obvious. That's a sound. E. Then comes Z. You can also write it like that. It must look like that. This is maybe the easiest way to write Z. And we say Z, like in it's such bridge. Z. A pleasure. Z. Pleasure. Okay. And what comes next is the letter Z. Like this. Z. Like the number 3. This is the letter Z. 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 Zoo. Z. Z. Like our context, we have a word for a snake. Zmia. Yes? Say the word. Zmia. Zmia. And as you can see, the stress in Bulgarian language, it's not fixed. You need to remember the stress on each word. And I have to write it down for you so you remember that. Let's say, I have to check, let's say, use which one? Let's say I'll use a dot, zmia, and I'll place it underneath the, but it's too small. I want to make it smaller points. Okay, I'll use this dot underneath, so you know that the zmia, the stress goes or above žena. Just to move it up, so I have a place to put the dot. Yeah, let's say put the dot, but it's not here. It's going to be žena. The stress will be on top of the word. Yes, žena, zmija. Oh, okay. What comes next is the letter E. Z, E. It's how we spell it. E. This is the letter E. E. Okay. And then we have the so-called, can you read this one? E. So, foreigners confuse that sound with the letter U. Yes, because they look the same. You can also write like this. Like this. You can write it this is the same. The same sound. The letter is E. This is how we spell igla. Bravo. Igla. It's needle. Igla. I'm going to take pictures of these. Let me just stop my, I don't want to be in the picture. I'm going to take pictures of our, yes, okay. So that's it. And I had to take a picture of the previous. Good. And did I take a picture of that? Yes. Okay. The next one, the igla is a needle. You can see a needle. Igla. Say the word. Igla. So the stress, igla. The stress is on the last syllable. Gla. Then we have, this is the sound y. Yoga. Like in yoga, the first letter is gonna be, yeah, like in yoga. Yeah. So the sound y in Bulgarian language is described with this letter. Y, yoga, yoga, I kratko. And this is a consonant in Bulgarian language. Okay? A consonant, yoga. We call it I kratko. But pay attention. It is spelled like the other letter, but above it there is this curve. There is a curve. It is not a point, it's a curve above the letter. And it's called I kratko. This is how we call that. I kratko. Just to memorize, this is how we pronounce this letter. And it is a consonant. Okay, a consonant. Ladies, I'll give you this print out later. You can also read, this is the contents of one of the ground books, which is a good one. And it gives you what we are going to learn. Facebook. This is like situational Bulgarian. Okay. You see, registration card in the restaurant, in the cafe, at the hotel, countries, meeting on the plane in Sofia, greetings and questions. And yes, and here we have the explanation in English language. Yes, like this. Like in manj. Okay. And you have now the letter I kratko, where we are here. Yeah, and like in yes. Okay. K, ka, like in kind. Okay. But yeah, I'll leave you this because later you're gonna practice reading the letters in the consonants. Yes. In like v sounds like v in baby. V sounds like v in vase. Yeah. So you can practice this one, and later we'll be practicing reading these syllables, so you can get used to the letters in the Bulgarian language. But let's now continue. So we have the letter K, K. Okay, let's keep writing. K, I kratko, K. Like the K sound. That's nothing difficult. La is spelled like this, L. But I saw that this one here, because the different ways of writing the letter L, this is the handwritten way of writing the letter. This is the printed. It could also be written like that, like in limon. Limon, okay. Okay, let's write it down. Love. So they give us another way of writing it down. This way, and this. And I'll write this way. This is easier. This is easier to recognize the letter love. Because after we go down, you get it wrong with the letter P. They're very similar. Love. Okay. But anyway, this is the letter L in English language. This is the same sound. L. Okay, the same sound. Like in the word leg, lo. G. That was G. Leg, lo. Okay, a bed. This is a bed. And can you read this one? And we haven't said this letter. Kshta. We'll write it down later. House. Kshta. Say the word. Kshta. Kshta. You know what? I'm thinking I will send you by email all of these electronic books so you can study also at home. Have them also. Yeah, it's a good way to have it. I downloaded them from a special platform. I have a lot of books, but I'm paying a subscription to get access to these books. So I'll send them to you and you can have them on your computers at home. Do you have a computer? Yes. To work on? Good. Okay. The next one. So this is the 12th letter in the alphabet, the letter L. Okay. So glavna bukva means capital letter. Glavna. Glavna. I'll just write down capital. Say capital letter. Glavna bukva. You see, when we work online with you, I'll share my screen wherever you are. We can continue practicing Bulgarian or English language, whatever you like. I'm used to working online, so don't worry. You don't need to be in Petrich and in my classroom. It's almost one-to-one like in the classroom. Okay, lower case letter in Bulgarian language is malka bukva. Bukva is a letter. So we say lower case letter. This is how we say that in English. Malka bukva. Как се казва, this is how we pronounce it, pronunciation. And this is an example with a word, words that have that example, this sound in it. And pictures, картинки. Okay, we'll get to them, картинки, pictures. So they are pictures. Okay, let's continue. The letter M, it's like in English language, M. Like in the word maj. Say the word maj. Of course, this is a man. A man. Okay. Ma. Let's continue. La. Ma. Ma. Excellent. Next one is na. This one makes it a bit confusing because in your language it's hash. In Bulgarian language it is na. Na. This is na. This one. Like in nanny, or let's say nose. Okay. Let's write nose. Nose. A knife. This is a knife. A knife. Nose. Girls, you can maybe also write in your workbooks the new words knife. Okay, I don't have to. Did I forget to take note a picture of this one? Let me just grab a picture. And now we have the three next letters. N, O. We said the Bulgarian sound O. The letters are the lips are really narrow. It's not like the English sound O. It is O, like opera singing. O. This is the letter, the sound O. So we say oblak, which is a cloud. This is a cloud. Oblak. And we spell it like in English language, the same letter. We can say O with narrow lips. With narrow lips in a circle. Narrow lips. So they are in a circle. They're not wide open. They are narrow opened. Okay. This makes a big difference in pronunciation. They don't sound the same, the languages. The next one is P. Prozorec, a window. Window is in Bulgarian language prozorec. Put the stress prozorec. Oh, just a second. Oh no, the stress is on the second syllable. I made it wrong. Prozorec. P. So let's write down the letter P. P. Say P. P. Like in P. Okay, this is the sound P. Like in it's a potato. Like in potato. That's the sound here at the moment. P. Potato. And this is prozorec. Това е прозорец. Say the word. This is the word. Prozorec. Say it again. Prozorec. 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 On the second syllable. Okay, and then opr is spelled like put in English. And this one is r. Yes. So I know it's confusing. When I started learning Greek language, in Greek language, V is the sound N in Greek, and I had a lot of great difficulty starting to read. It's confusing, but within time you'll get used to it. It just takes 1 week time to go through the letters, repeat them, and you get used to them. Don't worry. Okay, so this is the letter R, like riba. So we say riba. This is a fish. Riba, a fish. Okay. Riba, riba. And today I'll also teach you the gender of the noun in Bulgarian language, because now we are saying nouns. Do you know what a noun is? It's an object. An object. Like a chair is an object. In Bulgarian language, is a noun, and this is okay, I'll just give you this fix. So we get masculine gender. That's that. Okay. This is so in Bulgarian language we have masculine gender nouns. They end in a consonant. You understand me? Like, see the example. Prozorec, stole. Does it end in a consonant? Do you know which letters are consonants? Which are vowels? Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'm now going to show you. So if it's a masculine gender noun, they end in a consonant and like mj, brat, brat, ezik. So we have the idea of masculine gender nouns, feminine gender. Feminine gender nouns, they end in the letter a or ya, like riba. So this is feminine gender because it ends in a. Let's see other words above. Do they end in a or ya? Kışta, kışta, yoga. So they end in a, which means igla. They are feminine gender. Okay? Everyone that ends in a or ya is feminine gender. Okay? That was here. Let me just show. Was this the one I'm checking? Just to make sure. That's the what. And this is what we are talking about. Okay, yes. Okay, let me show the screen. Okay, this is on my screen now. Yes, I'm showing. See, so in Bulgarian, there are 3 grammatical genders of the noun: masculine, feminine, and neuter gender. In English, we refer to a masculine and feminine gender only when you talk about a man. Whether it's a man or woman, we have he or she. Yes. And everything is neuter. Everything else, which is not a human being, is neuter gender, and it is it. But in Bulgarian language, like in French, I suppose, and Arabic language, they have different genders of the nouns. Yes. And this is how we can recognize that the word belongs to a masculine gender noun. They end in a consonant. You know what is a consonant? The consonants are all the letters except for the vowels. What are the vowels? A, O, yeah, A, O, A, E, and O. So these are the vowels. Okay, I'll write it down here. A, O, A, E, and O. These are also, we have another vowel in Bulgarian language. O and O. So these are the vowels. So if a word ends in a consonant. Any letter except for this, it belongs to masculine gender. And then we say edin, which is a one. Edin, mush. Can you see the example? Mush. So this is and this is how we count masculine nouns with the word edin. Edin mush. Edin grat, city or town. Edin brat, brother. Ezik, language. Okay. So that's what we are also gonna learn today. We should recognize whether the word belongs to masculine, feminine, or neuter gender. Okay, this is important because when you go to the shop, if you want to say, I want this thing, you should know the gender of the noun. And how would you know that? It depends on the final letter of the word. Does it make sense? These are vowels. These are the vowels in Bulgarian language. All the other letters are consonants. Yes. So if you have a consonant, the consonants are b, yeah, b, v, g, all the other. D. A is a vowel, yes? A is a vowel. So we have a syllable made by a consonant and a vowel, like ma, ma. It's one word. In all languages, it sounds the same, mama. One is feminine. Only feminine gender. Yes, okay. Yes. Yeah. And all the words that finish with consonant is yeah. There may be a few exceptions, but this is the rule. Okay, let's read it. Let's go through it. So the exceptions, you see, in all languages, there are exceptions, but there are not many words. There are few exceptions. So remember, if the noun ends in a consonant, it's masculine. These are the exceptions on the first page. These are nouns that end in "a", but they're related to a man, not to a woman, like a father. Bashta. It ends in "a", but we say edin bashta. It is masculine because it refers to a man. That's why. Like father refers to a man, so bashta in Bulgarian is also masculine gender, but it ends in "a". Okay. The next one, nouns that end in "ya", some nouns, like sadiya, a judge, it's also masculine because we think that judges are usually men. That's why. Okay. Next, nouns that end in "o", but they are usually relatives. And pay attention, they're also men. They are not women. Tatko is dad. When a child calls their father, they say tatko, tati. Edin tatko, yeah. But it's again masculine gender because it refers to a man. Diado, edin diado. Diado, grandpa, it ends in "o", but it is still masculine. Chicho is uncle, also it is masculine gender. Yeah. So even though, if you make a conclusion, actually, these are nouns that refer to a man, and even though they end in a vowel, they still belong to masculine gender. They all refer to a man, okay? And next, attaché, this is somebody who works in an embassy and represents their country. Attaché, edin. No, attaché. I'm a bit in doubts about that because we can also say edno. It can also be neuter. Okay. And finally, one more exception. Some nouns that end in "e", are also masculine. For example, the names of the months. So all months of the year end in E, but they're masculine. So we say January. Say it together. January, February, Mart. It cannot add all the months of the year. Okay. Because the word message, a month, is masculine. Okay. No, right. Okay. And this is the first. Now, feminine gender. Look at the feminine gender on the second page. So, if a noun ends in the vowels a, o, ya, because ya is a combination of which this is the final letter, the last letter of the alphabet. Ya, the last letter. When you say ya, it is a combination of I kratko and a together. Ya, yeah. So it still contains the letter a at the end. This is how this letter is made. So if a noun ends in the letter ya, it is feminine gender. We say Edna жена. Let me just write it down. Edna, outside. Edna жена. Edna. This is how we count. So maybe you have heard Edin, Edno, Edna. So if it's a man, we say Edin мъж. But Edna жена. Edna бира, моля. You go to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant and you say Edna bira, моля. Edna bira, beer. Edna, because this is feminine gender. It's easy. Yeah. Because it ends in a, so you have to say Edna, one beer, please. Okay. Would you like to write it down? Or you have it printed. You don't need to write. Zemya is our planet. The planet Earth is called Zemya. Zemya. The Earth is our planet. Zemya. You see, the underlying the syllables are under stress. Staya, room. Staya. Edna, staya. Idea, idea. Idea. And only a few exceptions here. A few exceptions. Some nouns that end in consonants are feminine, usually abstract nouns. And you should remember that these are the words večer, evening. So we say dobar večer. In the greeting, we say good evening, dobar večer. But the evening is a feminine gender. We say една вечер. Тази вечер е хубава. Okay. Prolet. This is, we're now in the season prolet. Spring. Prolet. Prolet. Една слънчева, една хубава пролет. But these are exceptions. Don't try to remember them from the first lesson. These are just a few exceptions. And all nouns that end in ost, they belong to the feminine gender. Mladost, една mladost, youth. Radost is a joy. This is the rule. If the noun ends in ost, it belongs to feminine gender. It is not like here. Usually words containing more than one syllable and ending in ost are feminine. This is everything to do with feminine gender. Ya, that's it. Yeah. And finally, all the other nouns that end in o, e, the other letters, o, e, I, o, they belong to neuter gender. The edno, the te, a child. Okay, so ya is feminine gender, consonants, the masculine gender, and all the others are going to be neuter gender. Едно кафе, моля. One coffee. Кафе ends in A, so this is едно. Yeah, I'll write it down. So we say, so nouns read that end in O are usually neuter. Selo of selo, a village. Drvo, това е дърво. Едно дърво. Drvo. Pismo, a letter. Pismo. Nouns that end in A are usually neuter. Dete, a child. Yes? More, a sea. Училище, a school. And they say some nouns that end in E, O, U, usually foreign words in Bulgarian language, are also neuter. All foreign words. It's accepted to be neuter. Even evro, we say edno, evro. Taxi, taxi, edno, taxi, mola. You don't say edna, edno, because it agrees with the gender of the noun. Edno taxi. Bijou, a jewel, bijou. Edno menu, mola, menu, a menu. Okay, does it make sense?
Edno taxi.
Yeah, Edno taxi, mola, edno taxi. A taxi, please. Edno. And this is the last thing I should teach you now. Yes, here. Do you have another page for my kid? I don't know what that makes out. Yeah, but that's all. Yeah, and now let's read this one. I just want some water of my bottle here. And now, what does it say? To summarize, girls. We haven't finished the letters, but we'll continue them just to say. Bulgarians usually determine the gender of foreign words or names phonetically. I understand what they mean. Usually the gender for names phonetically. So if it ends in O, E, or E, it's going to be neuter gender. Yes. For example, to order beer in a restaurant, you have to say, Edna bira moля. Yes. One beer, please. Using the feminine form of the number one. Because the word beer in Bulgarian is in feminine gender. Okay. So if you want to order a particular trademark, it should be Edna Kamenica. Kamenica is the type of beer that is made in Bulgaria. So it also becomes feminine gender because beer is feminine. Feminine because the word Kamenica ends in A. Edna Stella Artois. This is another brand of beer. Edin, but we say Edin Heineken. Heineken is a Dutch beer, yeah, but it ends in a consonant, so it's going to be Edin. Number one, Edin Heineken. To summarize, in Bulgarian, every noun has its gender. Do you understand? Yeah. And the idea that nouns have gender seems perfectly natural when the noun stands for living creature. Words like măj, bășta, and chicho are masculine, and words like jena, maica, lelea are feminine gender, of course. Yeah, maica, mother, lelea, aunt. Unfortunately, in the majority of the cases, there is no way to predict the gender of the noun using as a clue its meaning. For example, the words of neuter gender are not only objects or animals. Words like momiche, a girl, momche, a boy, tete are also neuter gender. But we said it doesn't matter whether it's an object or a human being. If it ends in O, E, E, O, it is neuter. It's neuter. No exceptions here. They're all neuter gender. Exceptions were diado, it ends in O. Diado, chicho, yeah, because they represent a man, therefore they're masculine gender. You say Edin diado, not Edno diado. Edin diado. So at the same time, masa is feminine and stove is masculine. because masa, this is masa, ends in the letter A. So it is feminine gender. But if it ends in a consonant, la, edin, still is masculine. So the gender of every word you learn has to be memorized. Okay. And let's now continue. Do you want me to write down Edin, Edna, Edno? Yes, let's write them down. I'll write them, okay, on the whiteboard. So we say Edin, Mush. Okay. This is how we count masculine nouns. Edin means, Edin means, Yes, shall we? Yes. Okay, so we say one man, which is masculine cardinal number. Edin. It changes. Edna, жена. To count feminine gender nouns, we use the word Edna. Edna, жена. Can you write that down in your workbooks? It's a piece of paper here. It's here. You have room. Here, you can write it here. Edna, жена. I know that it is difficult for you. And don't slow down, don't worry. Edna, жена. Edna, masa. Edna, Shasha.
What is the meaning of the
Word Edna. Edna means one. This is one. Okay. But it has different genders because it is different word because it counts. So this one is one man. This is a man. One. Edna Shana is going to be Edna Shana. Edna, a woman. And Edno, that a child, see, it ends in the letter O. That is neuter gender in Bulgarian language. That a child. So we count these words. Edin, Edna, Edno. This is very important to understand, to grasp the idea of gender in Bulgarian language. I'll put it down here as well in writing. So we say Edin mush to refer to masculine nouns. It's gonna be a man. Yes, a man. Edna. Edna. Жена. To talk about feminine nouns. And Edno. Dete. It's a child. So remember, Edin, Edna, Edno. Edin, all of these mean the same. They all mean one. Okay, all of them. They all mean the same, but the word changes according to the gender of the noun. If it counts masculine gender nouns, it will be Edin, like Edin prozorec, Edin stole. But if we count, if we refer to a feminine gender noun, let's say Edna Shasha. Shasha, it ends in A. So we have to say not Edin Shasha, we say Една, one cup. Една чаша. So this is what you should remember today. These three words. Edin, edna, edno. Okay. And you can ask your father later, what's this? And if he says stole, and you should say edin. If he says какво е това? Учебник. So what do you say? Учебник is a consonant. So it's going to be which of these three? Учебник. Един. Учебник. It's consonant. What's this? Distanzione. Distanzione. So which one is going to be? Едно. Distanzione. Okay. So какво е? Какво е? Example. Какво е това? What is this? Шапка. Шапка. So which of these would you say?
Една.
Една. Шапка. Okay. So, какво е това? Okay. Какво е това? Лимон. So what do you say? Лимон. It is един лимон. Един лимон, моля, in the restaurant. Един лимон, моля. Какво е това? Какво е това?
Една.
Една риба. Да, една риба. That's what I wanted to start. This is the letter R. Една чаша. Okay. We're now going to complete the alphabet. Okay, but this is what we should learn today. Една чаша. Това е един ананас. Consonant. Един ananas. You go to the shop and you want to buy this. What do you say? Edin clap. Edin clap.
All the bread is
Bread. Yes.
all
All
the bread.
the bread is clap. Yes. But you want to buy just only one. You say Edin clap. Edin clap. Yeah. Everything is clap.
No, one is 18. If we want to buy
More. You have to know the numbers. 2, 3, 4, it changes. And then I have to teach you the plural number. But today only the singular number. In the next class, I'll introduce the plural. I'll introduce the numbers. So it's going to be situational Bulgarian because I don't know how long are you going to study Bulgarian? 1 month only? How long? Or maybe longer? Only 1 month. So you want to speak a little Bulgarian only, yes? Or do you want to learn Bulgarian?
and complete it online.
Okay, because I cannot teach you much for 1 month
Yes.
only. It's just 2 lessons a week.
Yes.
I can teach you the Bulgarian alphabet, maybe the singular plural nouns, and maybe the verb to be and the verb I have. For 1 month. Only this I can teach you, but you won't be able to read and speak the language. If you want, I can teach you until New Year, the whole year, if you want. If you want, online, whenever you want, once a week, throughout the whole year, so you can start using the language. Otherwise, there is no point in even having 1 month classes. There is no point. You are just wasting your time. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
But if you come to Bulgaria from time to time, it's good to know the language, to read the menu in the restaurant. Yeah. Or to say, just in the shop, едно кафе, моля. You should know, you should learn how to say that. And if you speak the language, people will treat you in a different way. They won't treat you as foreigners because you show respect to their language and their culture. So they say, oh, you speak Bulgarian, and the attitude will change. Do you agree? Yeah. So, but it's up to you. No push if you want. I just want to give you an idea that if we have only 4 classes, let's say, until the end of your time here, it's very, very little, very little. because but we are okay. We're going to get the books for you so you can study with me wherever you are. Doesn't matter whether you're here or somewhere else in the world. I'm so thankful to COVID because that was my dream. I wanted to start teaching online because there are not many people living here in Petrich, and the customers are limited. We cannot have many students here, but people are everywhere around the world. If you're doing your job properly, you can always have customers and job to do. If you love what you're doing, if you're professional. Good. And now let's complete the alphabet. So now let's continue with the next part. So we introduced the letter R. Ladies, we have the rest of the alphabet to continue with. Let me just change the slide. It must be this one. Yes, this one. Okay, so we did the letter R. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm sharing the right screen. Yes. Now, this letter is S, like in city. So nothing difficult. But can you read this one here next to it? Stole. Yeah, stole. Which is a chair. It's obvious. You can see the picture and guess that this is a chair. Stole. Let's write it down so we follow the right order. S, S, S. This is how we pronounce this word. Good. I'm getting warmer. Do you want to open windows to get some fresh air? This is off, but I'm getting warmer. Yet. The next letter is the letter T. If you only can open it, just feel free to open the window because I started feeling warmer. Maybe the weather is getting warmer at the moment. Good. So we have тетрадка, a notebook. Yes. Това е тетрадка. Maybe, ladies, you can get a nice workbook for your English and Bulgarian classes. Yeah. Тетрадка. Една тетрадка. It's feminine gender. So you go to the bookshop and you want to buy една тетрадка, моля. If we say more than one, you have to say the number. Две, три, четири. And the plural number is the letter E. Тетрадки. Една тетрадка, две тетрадки. That's the plural with the letter E at the end. You change A with E. Okay. Did I write it down? Also this way. And you can, but this is the handwritten version. This is the handwritten version. The sound T. Тетрадка. Okay. Now let's continue. The letter U. U. See how we said U. Again, narrow lips, not like the English U. The English U, the lips are in a straight line. In Bulgarian language, they're like O, 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 Учебник. This is това е учебник. Учебник. Ch is the next one. Okay, so let's write it down. The letter U. It's like Y, but actually we say U, like window, like this one. Like the first letter in window. This is the sound U. U. Because when you say window, it's the same sound. Window. Like in window. Okay, this is the letter U. And then we have the letter P, like in Fatima. Fatima, that's your letter. P.
Read this, please.
This one?
No.
The previous.
Give example.
Учебник. Учебник. This is but. Учебник. 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 Един. Учебник. Един. Един. Учебник. You will practice doing more paper. You can use the Sanskrit. Okay, adding techniques. And this is a light power. It's called a lighthouse. Yeah. Oh, is the next one the capital and the small letters. This is the letter for far, a lighthouse. You can see that in the picture. Yes. A lighthouse is this one. Lighthouse. Edin far. It's masculine gender because it ends in a consonant. Edin учебник. Edin учебник. It's a textbook. Okay, let's continue. The next three letters. 22, 23, 24. The letter Hляп is, as we said in Bulgarian, bread. All different kinds of bread. Doesn't matter whatever you ask for. Един хляб, моля. Един. Един. Един хляб, моля. Хляб. Okay. Write it down. Or you can write it like this. Like your name. Yeah. Yeah, but ours is stronger. Yes. Хляб.
My name is yes,
Yeah, ours is stronger. Хляб. Хляб. We say хляб. Okay. What comes next? Next one is the letter Ha. Lima. Halia. Li. Ya. Okay. Number 23. See, it's like a small, I don't know. See. This is and then we have sh. This is the sound, the letter sh. Sh. It's like number 4. See, look, number 4.
Okay.
Sh. It can be spelled like that. Sh. And this is sh. Like in Shanta. 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 Tu vas e Shanta. Shanta. Edna. Shanta.
I think Bulgarian and Arabic is similar.
Oh, the same. Shanta. Yeah, also in Greek language it was Shanta. Yeah.
In Arabic is Shanta.
Okay, so this is easy to remember. Edna. Shanta. So let's write down. Shanta.
Shanta.
Shanta. Shanta. The next one. How many letters? We've got 30 letters. Yes, 30 letters in Bulgarian language. 30. 30. 30. Okay, the next one. Sh, like shapka. I told you. Edna shapka. This is my summer hat. Shapka. So we spell like that. These. This is shirt. So we say shapka. So, sometimes I write like these are, sometimes like that. This is handwritten. This is a printed one. Shapka. And then we have Штиркел, a stork. Have you seen a stork in the village of Первомай? Yes, stork. Штиркел. Шапка is a hat. That's here. Good. And now the next one we said st. So this is like sh, but you add this at the bottom. St. St. And this is sh and t together. St. Like st. St. In German language they have it, but not in English. Styrkel. See, we say styrkel. 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 Stork. Styrkel. Okay. And this sound is the hardest sound to pronounce. The letter it's in the throat here, at the back of the mouth. Here. Not like the English sound. It is backwards in the throat. And this is how we spell it. So how will it pronounce El Gulam? We say no, El Gulam. Just write it down for you in English letters. El Gulam. This is how we pronounce El Gulam. When we say A, B, V, G, D, E, J, Z, I, Y, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, F, H, Sh, El Gulam. This is how we say it's pronounced El Gulam. El Gulam. Big. Gulam means big.
And Gulamo.
Gulam, yeah, bigger, we say, big earth. And the small one is the next one. Malak. Malak is small. Okay, but it doesn't have a capital like that. It's only, and this is Malak. Like in the word chauffeur. And this is pronounced like y, like like in the word minor, chauffeur. I'll just write it down. Mi, no, yo. That's the letter. Minor. This one. Ladies, so this, as I explained to you, it's only in a small letter it's used. Y, chauffeur. And the last two letters of the Bulgarian alphabet are U and Ya. Say U, Ya. Yeah, okay. So these are the final two letters. I'll put it down here. U. It's a combination. It's more like YouTube. See this letter. YouTube. And Ya. It is Y-E-A. Ya. Ya. You. Ya. These are the letters. Yeah. Benjamin. How we spell it? And say B, E, Ben, J, D, J, Benjamin, M, I, N. Benjamin. Benjamin is the J. Benjamin. The J. It must be Benjamin. И така, хайде сега, let's say the letters together. And also we have a picture here of the Bulgarian vowels. These are the Bulgarian vowels. Just look at my screen above. A, Vanessa. Okay, let's start practice reading now. What else we have? Okay, this is an introduction. Let's now read the Bulgarian alphabet, following this order. Everybody together. It's a chorus. Girls, let's start. Everybody together. A, B, V, G, D, E. Then we have Ž, žena, Z, змея, I, igla, I kratko, like in yoga. K, kışta, kışta. L, leglo. Okay. M, mž, amen, mž. N, nož, nož. O, oblak, oblak. P, prozorec. R, riba. Let me just add the stress here so we know that riba has a stress on the first syllable. Riba. S, stol. T, tетрадка. Тетрадка. Okay, тетрадка. U, учебник. Учебник. Yeah? Okay. Next. P, far. Far. H, хляб. Хляб. H. So it's it's an X, but we say H. Ц, царевица. Царевица. Corn. This is corn. Царевица. Ch, чанта. Чанта. Ш, bravo. Шапка. Шт, штыркел. Штыркел. This is the first syllable. Штыркел. Ergolam. Игл. Игл is a corner. Игл. 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 Я. Шофер. Шофер. That's it. Okay. Шофер. A driver. Know this one? Шофер. A driver. Driver. Chauffeur, chauffeur, chauffeur. I like in French, chauffeur, yes, but we say chauffeur. Edin, chauffeur. Utia, utia is an iron. Utia, яблоко. So let's say the words. Utia, utia, an iron, and finally. You have an apple, яблоко. Една яблоко. Една яблоко. That's it. Една яблоко. Let's now practice reading. Okay. Maybe, yeah, let's follow this. Was this the one I've printed out? Yes, I think that was the one. Let me just check. I have something that I have printed out for you, ladies. Yeah, it is here in front. Yes, okay. So what we're going to do now, I'll make you read in syllables. Starting from, this is in the blue folder. But actually, because I have only one copy of that, you can look at my screen, I'll make it bigger. Okay, let's now practice reading in syllables because this is how the children learn to read Bulgarian in the first grade. They start reading in syllables. Okay, now I'll just make it bigger. We have 12 more minutes to practice reading. Okay, 12. Because we are almost here 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yes. So now we are going to practice reading. The Bulgarian sound a, sounds like in ask, but shorter, or like u in butter, or like o in mother. This is how it sounds. Let's read it in the following drills. Everybody together. Ba, va, ga, da, ja, za, ka, la, ma, na. Continue together. Pa, sa, sa, sha, sha, sta. Yeah, bravo. Just to make sure. Yeah, because I'm recording now, later you'll be able to watch the video and practice with me. Okay, don't worry. I always give a video recording for my students, and I'll make this bigger. Yeah, bigger so you can read it. But now change the order. Ab, av, ag, at, aj, az, ak, al, am, an. Continue. Ab, ar, as, at, af, ah, ats, ach, ash, asht. And now in words. So now let's, asht. And now, can you read? So we say, okay, let's read the second column here. Kaka, mama, baba, dama, jaba, zalla, lala, nara, para, rana. Okay, so see, this is how we're going to practice. Let's continue with the next. Read and learn. And this is some words to remember. Maybe you can do this for homework. Learn these words. Kak, it means how. Shanta, kaksi, kaksi, how are you? Kaksi, kak, how are you? Chanta, a bag. Masa, dama, kniga, tam, there, tam, tamsum. Note, most nouns ending in na are feminine in gender. Okay? Now let's continue. The next page is the vowel A. This is easier. The Bulgarian sound A sounds like A in pen or in many. Let's practice. Be, ve, ge. This is all the letters. This is how we conjugate. Be, ve, ge, ve, je, ze, ye. Is there a ye? No. Ke, le, pe, ne. This is pe, pe, re, se, te, fe, ge, se, she, ste. Ste. And that's it. No more. That's it. So they use all the consonants to make syllables for you to show you how to read. And then it can be the other way around. Vowel plus consonant. Eb, f, egg, ed, ej, ez, ek, el, m, n, ep, r, s, et, f, ech, ets, etch, esh, esht. Okay, let's now read some words. Let's say bebe from here. Be, a baby. Vece, de, te. Je, le. Ze, le. So the stress is shown on the word. Kepe, kepe. Lete, mene. Okay. And can you read, let's say, these, the longer words? Halima, can you read this one? Letene. Bravo. Letene. The next one, Fatima. Bravo. Metene. Your turn. Ne vesel. Unhappy, it means nevesel. Next one. Halima. Pe, pe, ne. Bravo. Penene. Next one. Bravo. Next. Sedene. Sedene. Next. G. Glene. И така. So this is how you can learn. And these are the 3 words to remember. A child, dete. So for homework, learn these 3 words. And after each of these, you have the copy for that. Bebe, bebe, meche. A teddy bear. Meche. But we say meche. No, we say meche. Meche. I think the stress is on the second syllable. I think this is wrong. It must be.
We can have video of it.
Yes, I can send it. I can send. This book is called Colloquial Bulgarian Grammar. It is how many pages? 291 pages. Yes, this one and all the other books. I found many books for you girls. All of these 4 books. So we will decide.
Online.
Yes. Yeah. If you want to print them out,
Just online.
don't want to print out copy. Okay, so during the quiz, we'll look at the screen and we'll write down. Okay. Good. Maybe we should choose one book to follow because it's going to be easier not to have 4 books, but one, and the other will be online. Okay, let's see, because this one is situational English, Bulgarian, at the restaurant, at the airport. Maybe we can have 1 book only. And the others I have ordered for us, they're 22 levels each. 1 book is 22 level. It has everything there. Vocabulary, grammar in 1 book. I ordered them. Yeah, it is both Bulgarian and English explanations. And maybe you should have 1 book, like a book to follow. And they're this size. This is small, scary. So you can put it in your bag and you can learn with definitions and expressions in English language. I ordered this book, but I'm not sure whether they are still available in the bookstores. Okay. So I have ordered 1 of these books for you. Do you want 1 copy or 2 copies of that?
1 copy.
Is enough. Okay. Yes, it's 22 level. This one is 22 levels. Okay. Now, okay. But I haven't taken it yet. They have to be delivered on Friday. If they have them available in Sofia in the warehouse. Okay, ladies. Then we have the letter E. B. Yeah, so this letter E sounds like E in it, like in bit, in kit. Let's read it. B, V, G, D, J, Z, Ki, Li, Mi, Ni, Pi, Ri, Si, Ti, Fi, Hi, Ci, Chi, Shi, Shti. Yeah, so all the letters, all the consonants with the letter E after it. Okay, let's just go for the other letters. Okay, and you have to remember these 2 words with E. Kibrit, safety matches. Edin, kibrit, a box of matches to light a fire. A box of matches is kibrit. Vesnik, a newspaper. Edin, vesnik, masculine gender. Note, most nouns, adjectives, and pronouns ending on E are in the plural. Oh, yeah. So if let's say, shapka, edna. Shapki is plural. So if the word ends in the letter E, it is plural, most. We don't say all, but most. Edin kibrit, kibriti, plural. Most nouns ending on a consonant, kibrit, vesnik, piper, are masculine in gender. Okay, now the letter O. Everybody. Bo, vo, go, do, jo, zo, ko, lo, mo, no, po, ro, so, to, fo, ho, co, cho, sho, sto. Okay. Can you read, let's say, these words here? Potok, potok, romom, skoro, toplo, toplo. Okay, come, we're finishing. Come. Okay, okay. Yes, okay, okay. Yeah, so you know, it's for the class 96, yeah, and for the books. But we have some photocopies today. We have the work. A new, and this is for the photocopy. This is for the workbooks. We photocopy them, but maybe next time. Okay. But I have to give you a whole level from here. Yes. Okay. So what we want to do, take this copy, yes, and the books. This is for your homework for the English class tomorrow. Okay, and this is the price of the photocopy. Of course, you see everything is so expensive these days. You see the books are so expensive, everything is expensive. So you can follow the change. And tomorrow just the I'll just write down we need for extra -4 28 letters for the out tomorrow. The English class. Okay, thank you very much. Go down and I'll see you. You can, yeah, this is your workbook. And those you can also scratch the code. This is here. What is this in class today? And take it with you. Take it with you so you know that we have been following this book today. And this is what we covered. Read everything in English so you just get to know you have Bulgarian, English handwriting. And bring it next time. You can do some conversations from here. Okay. And practice reading in Bulgarian language. Okay. Thank you very much. Quite fun today. Bye. Bye bye. Stop the recording.